And I'm just gonna burn the very, very tip, the very, very end. Oh.
I wake from my slumber. I wish I could call you up. Miss how you put your love on me.
Boy, you got my number. Wish I could feel your touch. Wish you could follow up on me.
You never know when to chill. Always talk about keep it real. Only till you've had your fill. Then you wanna cry ill will. Really thought you know the deal.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Ew! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And just a disclaimer, if you hear that gnawing and like keys and stuff, it's just my dog. So that's what that is. You know, your girl didn't even... Hold on. I know you guys are probably wondering about my hair and wanting an update, and here she is. This is about a month in, give or take about a week. I didn't want to wait too long before doing an update because I'm in need of a retwist. But let me tell you about it. I want to actually speak about my experience of trying to find a loctician near me that meet my non-negotiables, how I feel about my hair. I'm also going to do a burn test. I want to know if my hair is actually 100%. There's no way of really telling beforehand, so I know this is something others do, and I'm going to try it because I'm curious. So first, I'm going to say is the observation of my hair. I haven't washed my hair yet. I can't tell it being any softer than it was when I gave you guys my last update. To me, it feels pretty much the same. I'm used to it by now. However, I do have like these L pieces. Like it kind of bends out of shape and I can't get it to bend back into shape. Now we got that out of the way, we can move on to my personal experience trying to find a loctician that is local and that also meets my non-negotiables. Some of those non-negotiables, why does that sound so weird? Where it cannot be more than an hour commute to get there, another hour back. So I didn't mind a 2-hour commute to just get to the person and get my hair done and back. I did not mind that, but I did not want to travel more than an hour. Like it cannot exceed an hour. That includes waiting times because right now, at this moment, I don't drive, but I'm working on it. And then I was willing to pay maximum $75. I know, like, if I had it my way, I feel like 60 is enough to do a retwist. I know about how long a retwist would take. I wouldn't say I have a lot of locks, but I know 90 is a tall number, as well as the fact that I'm not asking them to style or wash my hair at all. So I'm thinking that like 60, maximum 75 was being nice. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Please let me know in the comments around how much you are willing to pay for a retwist and how much you've paid for a retwist if you have before. That would be appreciated because your girl could use the advice. So I'm looking around my direct area and it is very hard to find someone in my area that are hairstylists that do natural hair. It's actually really hard to find someone who is a hairstylist that doesn't just do braids or that doesn't just install wigs. Finding the few that I did in around my proximity, they were all charging me like an arm and a leg, and I was just like, I am gonna tell you what they told me, and this is my first experience, so I'm not sure, I don't know, but personally to me, I just felt like, I don't know, it was harder than I expected, where I ultimately just said, I'm gonna learn how to do it myself, I'm gonna try by myself first. And a lot of the time when conversing with these people and getting like bare minimum, I do ask a lot of questions. I see a lot of hairdressers kind of get annoyed. They don't want to answer a lot of questions, as well as their response time isn't that great. It took like about a week and a half to get these responses back, like all the responses all together, where I just ultimately came to my conclusion. I wouldn't get in-depth or thoughtful replies. It would just be like, yes, no, this much, how long is your hair, like, you know. And that was another thing, like a lot of people asked how long my hair was, which to me didn't really make sense because I wasn't asking for maintenance. I wasn't asking you to do anything to the length of my hair. I wasn't asking for styling, washing, anything of the sort. I just wanted to retwist. I just wanted to look neat. And that's what I emphasized a lot. I spoke to about like 5 people, 6, but the girl just never got back to me. So, but I spoke to 5 people and they all asked how long my locks were, which I just thought was strange. I was like, why does that matter how long my locks are? But nonetheless, I showed them pictures, I showed them videos. I didn't tell them that there were lock extensions. I didn't want them to get the wrong idea. And you know, not everybody knows about lock extensions, so I didn't want them to be like, extensions, and you know, like no one's gonna do their research in the heat of the conversation. So it's just like, it doesn't really matter, does it? The fact that their extensions doesn't really matter, because the only thing I'm looking for is a retwist. Like, I would obviously tell them it's extensions if they were washing my hair, if they were styling my hair, so they can really understand that maybe it's going to act differently. However, I just wanted a retwist, so I didn't understand why everyone kept asking me how long my hair was. It was beyond me. So I was like, okay, I wouldn't say I have regrowth. It's been a month, like, you know, it was just very confusing to me. I don't know. Personally, I was just like, okay. But a lot of them said that it factored into the price how long my hair was. So I was just like confused. Yeah, I would say confused, because I'm like, how does the length, anyways, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. I was just confused. That was that. And when I then eventually got most of my questions asked, when it came to the question about price, a lot of them charged me upwards of, wait for it, $100. I don't know. I've paid a pretty penny to get my hair done. I mean, especially this was probably the most expensive style I've gotten done. However, to me, I cannot justify. I understand when you're doing hair, you want to make it worthwhile. I just don't see it costing more than $75. You know, I did say $75 was my absolute cap. However, I like to tip. Not only that, I had to feel comfortable enough with going to them. I did message a lot of people. However, if they didn't really have that experience, I could like look at the fact that I've seen this, so I know you can do it. I know you're capable. I don't want to go to someone who's like, a retwist easy enough, I could do that. Like, I don't want someone with my knowledge of retwist to do my retwist, especially if I'm paying the money to do it. So I'm just like, I don't know. Ultimately, throughout all those conversations, I wasn't getting the answers I was looking for. Finally, I just opted to do it myself. So I have my lighter here, and I'm just gonna do the burn test on this end, the very, very end. Guys, it burnt up immediately. It burnt up immediately. So now I'm kind of, I don't know if you guys can see that. I know I put product into my hair, so this is not before a wash or anything. I mean, I wouldn't say it's plastic, because when I feel it, it kind of brittles away. Usually with plastic, it melts and gets hard. It doesn't melt. It burns the hairs individually and it becomes a dust. It doesn't melt. So I would say, from my experience with synthetic hair and how it burns, that this is not synthetic. I was really scared in the beginning. I was like, oh my god, but after I touched it, I have some synthetic hair to compare it to. Here I have synthetic locks. These were the locks I had on last. These were the most natural. These were the most realistic. They're really, really soft. I love these. So now I'm just gonna cut off a piece. Okay. I'm gonna take this. I did my own hair, and these are crochet locks, and they look very, very natural from when I've done locks before. And we're gonna burn it just so I'm accurate. Okay, yeah. And then when I touch it, it's hard. It's like There's no dust to it. It melts together. So, and it's very, very hard. And that's a very different feeling from what I'm getting from here. If you've ever burnt the ends of your braids, you know how it feels very hard, like plastic. That's what I'm getting here, but that's not what I'm getting here. It feels still pretty soft, as if I didn't burn it. I wouldn't have known the difference. And when I did burn it, some of the dust came off. It's just a very different feeling. And after I felt it, that's how I knew it was different. Just a disclaimer, again, I did have product in my hair, so that's what could have made it super flammable to give it that illusion, just like how when I set this on fire. My final conclusion is that yes, this is 100% human hair, because human hair does burn too. My hair is up and a half up, half down type situation. I'm gonna take it all down just so you guys can really see. I also wanted to give you guys the disclaimer that I haven't been really taking care of my hair the way I should be. I got the bonnet and like 3 times out of 5, I'm forgetting to put it on. I just go to sleep. I haven't really been tying my hair. I just know that had I taken a little extra care of my hair, that it would definitely not be this messy. I know she said that I'm due for a retwist in a month. However, I feel like personally to me, my hair would not be this messy had I taken that extra step to actually use the tools I bought. It would have definitely done better had I taken those extra steps. So that's just a disclaimer. Also, what I have noticed is that some of my hair has locked. I do have some that have locked very nicely. Like you can see, I don't know if you can really tell the difference, but you can see this one has locked nicely compared to like this one that hasn't locked at all. Again, this one locked nicely. Can you guys tell the difference? That is the goal. I've watched maybe 2 videos about retwists, so I really don't have the grasp I maybe should. I've done touch-ups in the very front of my hair. I've also done interlocking on the very last back lock of my hair. I've done a few interlocking methods on these 2 very back ones on my nape, just to give myself more sense of security. I don't fear any of my locks falling out except for these 2, if I'm being honest. That's why I did the interlocking method.